All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Um, why don't like kids getting medication? I'm stuttering. Here's the thing. see a lot of I see these commercials on TV talking about the side effects. Some kids will grow breasts, and some kids will be, sleep, and some kids will be this and that. When you go to the grocery store, there's an adult section for medication and medicine, just even cold medicine. There's an adult section, there's a kid section, you know, and the kid section is usually a watered down version because they're kids, you know, they livers and bloodstream can't process this stuff that we use the way the same. But yet, you get these kids, and usually they're kids that people feel like they can't control, and they put them on medications, not just ADD medications, just medications in general. And usually it stems from the kid not being controllable, or disciplined, or structured, which stems from no structure or discipline at home. So when you get them in a school environment, you got to dope them up. But the thing that nobody asks is, yo, what are you doing to that kid? See, if you putting all these drugs in this kid and they start acting different, then okay, the drugs is making them behave. No, the drugs is just making them slower. But you don't teach them how to teach the kid talk, reason things out, how to self discipline themselves. That's not part of the equation. Excuse me. What's part of the equation is give them some drugs. Now, I bring this up for this reason. I was wondering why I see so many kids with titties, boys, you know, their damn medication. I was wondering why. Is that part of it? Then I started thinking, is that why some of these guys are so feminine? Them drugs put a little bit more estrogen in their body, not along with all the other things that go on in their lives, but it makes them a little bit, because the serious lack of, how can I put this, a lack of masculinity in these kids from this medication is evident. Plus, they're so dependent, right? And I remember because when I was a kid, my mother wanted to put me on medication. And my grandmother, which is her mother, was like, I kick your ass, you try to put him on that shit. My grandmother believed in discipline and structure. My grandfather was in the house, but my grandfather had a stroke, so he wasn't who he was, but he was still granddad. Believe that. Um, because of that, I wasn't on those things. But because of that, all the ADD, ADHD, all this other stuff, I had all of it. I still, I still had that. But you change your diet, it changes your energy. You change, you put activities in a way, it makes you use up that extra energy. You do activities that you're interested in, it makes you focus, and then pretty much all that stuff goes away. Used to, I still have, those same issues or whatever, but I know how to direct myself, and there's no guidance in these equations. And what bothers me about that is this: they give these kids medications for school, but when school's out, you don't need medication. And this is where the parents get on my nerves, because so your kid need medication, for the fall semester, but they don't need medication for the Christmas break. But then they need medication for the spring semester, but they don't need medication the week of spring break. And then when the year's over, they don't need medication for the summertime. So exactly what are you giving the medication for? Is this to get your, and this is why some people hate a lot of these parents out here who putting their kids on drugs for Social Security benefits. You effing up your kids' liver, hormones, and psyche for some extra money. But then again, you're a parent, and you're a loving parent. That's not love. That's abuse to me. You know, because when these kids, like, I was at the grocery store, had a kid, not a kid, young guy, whatever, had an afro with a scrunchie. The fuck you need a scrunchie for as a guy? He got an afro and a scrunchie, like. And for all the people who say, man, look, are you bashing the homosexual community? No. But I'm a firm believer in this. You can like the same sex and still be masculine or feminine. This wanting to be the other, that's something different. That's something added on to. But I said that because now they got kids on new medications. And parents are like, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Now, if the old one gave your kids titties and messed up their hormones, and they walking around a little feminine if they boys, a little masculine if they girls, what is the new one gonna do? But a lot of these people don't care because not only do they put their kids on dope, they're getting paid to put their kids on dope, so the money's more important than their kids. This is why I don't like kids on medication. Peace.